Taking a look at some of our headlines for this Wednesday. It is July 12th, 2017. An active duty U.S. Army sergeant is facing charges for supporting ISIS. He allegedly made a training video. Basically, he is a martial arts combatant. He's received a high level of training in hand-to-camp combat, and this is supposed to be a training video for ISIS, showing them how to do hand-to-hand. He also acquired a drone, which he was going to be sending to them. Now, how on earth this fellow was able to cooperate so long with somebody that he thought he was an ISIS, well, actually, the person that he thought was ISIS was an undercover operative. It raises the question about whether or not they were entrapping a fellow, especially since it's been revealed by his defense attorney that he has some mental health issues after his service in Afghanistan and Iraq that has not been addressed by the Army. The U.S. has signed a deal with Qatar to combat terrorism funding. And the Syrian Observatory says that they have confirmed that Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He's the fellow that proclaimed the caliphate back in 2014 from the Leaning Minaret in Iraq, which now no longer stands. But anyway, now apparently he no longer stands either. This is not the first report that we've had of his death, so we are seeking independent verification of that. Meanwhile, Donald Trump Jr. has tweeted an email chain about his meeting with a Russian lawyer on Hillary Clinton dirt. Basically, the idea being, well, since this is being reported anyway, I may as well beat everyone to the punch. Amnesty International says that all sides violated international law in Mosul in the attempt to retake the city from ISIS. And a disturbing video shows a Georgia cop repeatedly beating a homeless woman with his baton while she's pinned to the floor, and then threatening to shoot her because she tried to grab his badge. Now, when the first initial reports came out, he was cleared by Internal Affairs because of his report about how she resisted arrest. Now someone else released this cell phone video that he took of the cop doing the beating. So now they've reopened the case. Also, in Mississippi, 16 people were dead, all military members in a Marine Corps plane, no survivors. The United States, once again, allegedly has successfully tested the THAAD anti-missile system in the Pacific. They say that the launch was from the Kodiak complex, taking down a simulated missile that was released from a plane somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. Meanwhile, China says it is not responsible for the North Korean nuclear crisis, and people have to stop asking China to solve it. Haiti is going to be reforming their army after 20 years without having one, and that'll be my subject of commentary today. Also, a near miss in which an Air Canada jet came flying in, trying to land, not on the runway, but on a taxiway that had 4 other jets on it. Just narrowly averted, and they called them away, and it's being investigated. More stories than we have time for here in the video. Make sure you become a subscriber, and I will send you an audio version, 30 to 40 minutes of audio news every single morning. You can download it and listen on your way to work. One last story I will mention for you. If you've been a fan of Kermit the Frog, he will never sound the same again. The puppeteer who has voiced the iconic character since 1990 has been suddenly replaced in unexplained circumstances. Of course, it's not easy being green, is it? That's our news. Make sure you check out the website, radiofreespeech.com.